Hello, Mayim Bialik. Here I am again. I saw your film where you were in Israel and you talked about anti-Semitism and you spoke in a very intelligent way. You analyzed anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism and you brought it like a case study, 5 cases where 5 different levels of anti-Semitism, and you went into anti-Semitism and you said, well, thank God I don't have to experience what my father experienced during the 50s growing up in New York. Well, I lived in New York too. We have this in common, that we have similar ancestry, escaping from Ukraine in that area, escaping anti-Semitism, which was physical, and coming into a new sort of anti-Semitism, which is more verbal. But at the end of the day, it leads to the same sort of anti-Semitism, which is physical as well, as we saw from the Pittsburgh massacre less than 2 weeks ago. So you said, well, thank God I don't have to experience the same sort of anti-Semitism. And that showed a little bit of a lack of foresight. My grandfather, in blessed memory, who escaped Europe during the Holocaust, said, who is the wise, the one who sees what is coming? Which means, and in Hebrew it's Eze hacham ro'eh et hanolad. So, especially people that have children, we have to think about their future, and we have to think about where that future is going. Yesterday I saw on YouTube this film where there was the Israeli Film Festival in LA. I don't know if you were there. And this film producer or director came, his name is Bloom, he came to the stage and he started to talk about Donald Trump spreading racism, and then came this Israeli guy and just pulled him off the stage. And I was really shocked by the expressions, the Israelis, Donald Trump, we love Donald Trump, and let's beat him up. Let's beat up the guy who's speaking against Donald Trump and criticizing him. And that's exactly the point. This is where we go wrong. It starts with violence in words and how we speak about people and shutting people up and not allowing people to express their opinions. He's allowed to say his opinion about Donald Trump. Why not? Why is that not allowed? And they pulled him off the stage with force. They just took his arm and pulled him off. And if it didn't take much, and they would have beaten him up for speaking against Donald Trump. And really, is this our hero? Is this the hero? Is this the Messiah? Donald Trump, a man who speaks against minority groups, who generalizes people and speaks so badly about minority groups. So you're probably familiar with the famous text because you're an intelligent and well-known, well-read person. And it says, when they came for the communists, I didn't say anything because I wasn't a communist. When they came for the Catholics, I didn't say anything because I wasn't a Catholic. When they came for the Jews, I didn't say anything because I wasn't a Jew. But when they came for me, there was nobody left to speak out for me. And point is, we can't just look at anti-Semitism. We have to look at racism as a bigger problem, and we have to speak about how we talk and violence in words, and we have to see the connection between words and deeds. And the way to avoid violence, I think, is to be active and promote values of nonviolence, first of all, in speech and deeds at every level. And that's a very profound question. It's easy to do a conference on anti-Semitism or racism, but it's much more difficult to go towards how to educate a person to live in a society where no one is threatened because of their race, their sexual tendency, their religion, or anything about them. So that's my answer to you, Mayim Bialik. And peace, love to you and your family. And let's hope that we're able to promote peace, life, and love. here in the Middle East and in the US and everywhere in the world. Take care, Miami.